right, gentlemen, you got your instructions earlier. I want you to protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands. Let's touch gloves. Good luck.
32nd appearance in the UFC for that man, Рафаэль Дос Аньос. 7th ranked in the underdog to the 10th ranked Рафаэль Fiziev. First time in the career of Рафаэль Fiziev, he's scheduled for 25 minutes. Dos Anjos in his 11th UFC headliner.
RD8, ready? Fights on.
Dos Anjos saying this week there are levels to this game. I'm not looking past him, but I know I'm going to beat him.
Well, what we saw just right there is one of the primary weapons that Fiziev has. It's the kicks. Now, granted, Dos Anjos, he can kick with the best of them. But the kicks of Fiziev, they're fast, they're frequent, and they're powerful. But it's the timing of the takedowns that Dos Anjos has. Listen, everybody talks about takedowns, and they talk about Fiziev having a 95% takedown defense. But he hasn't been against somebody that blends the stand-up with the grappling as well as Dos Anjos. Doesn't mean he can't stop it. It just means he hasn't had this level of test yet.
Dos Anjos last fought earlier this year in Las Vegas at UFC 272 against Renato Moicano in a 5-round co-main event at the pay-per-view card. He was scheduled to fight Fiziev in the main event back in February, and then they pushed it to UFC 272. Fiziev was unable to go, and Dos Anjos didn't want to waste the training camp. The most important thing for him is to stay active. Yeah, absolutely, and certainly at 37 years old, if he's trying to achieve what he wants, be the champion, he can't be wasting time. You know, he can't sit on the sidelines for 6, 9 months, you know. He's got to go. And regarding that fight against Moicano, I mean, what a display of dominance. Granted, Moicano turned it on and had the crowd on the feet in the 5th round because it was a beatdown. Yeah. It was one-sided, but then in the 5th round, Moicano, you know, summoned up the energy to, you know, to fire it back and gain some respect. So well done to him, but Dos Anjos was on fire that night. Before that, it was a long layoff. Рафаэль Dos Anjos fighting in November of 2020 against Paul Felder, our good friend, in a main event 5 rounds. He largely did this. He really used his fight IQ to back up his opponent, known for his striking, and make it a grappling match along the fence.
And this is one of the problems. I mean, trying to get a takedown like this, it becomes, I mean, obviously it's strategy and it's skill and all the rest of it, but essentially you need your opponent to almost kind of make a mistake. If you shoot in the open and you time it perfect, those takedowns will be far more successful. If I'm Dos Anjos, I'd even contemplate breaking away from this, getting back in the open to the striking range, and try the entry again.
Fiziev able to break.
Oh, that's nice.
Knee with a right. RDA returns to the body, and now they're just trading to the body.
Watch fingers, Fizzy. Fingers, Fizzy.
Fizzy with the fingers. Flying knee attempt was very close.
Fiziev, known as a longtime member of Tiger Muay Thai out in Thailand, as he throws a quick combination, but also spends a lot of time in Florida, Sanford MMA. Now Killcliff FC, Nick Lentz, UFC veteran in his corner, as is Henry Hooft.
And it's also worth pointing out that at those Muay Thai gyms out in Phuket, you know, Tiger Muay Thai, Phuket top team, they have like a complete arsenal of coaches. It's not just Muay Thai. You know, they have wrestling, they have jiu-jitsu. They have everything you need to be a good martial artist or a mixed martial artist. See what I'm saying? That's a little bit better.
Attempt.
But again, well defended so far by Fiziev. Or as Mark Smith says, Fizzy, I like it.
Well, it's worth repeating, the takedown defense for Fiziev is 95.5%. In UFC history, the only one with better takedown defense is Kamaru Usman. So that's big-time company, because obviously you'd say you can get Fiziev down, you can get a fish out of water, but hasn't been Hasn't been easy to do.
Never been much of a fisherman myself.
Neither have I.
Tried it 10 times with Lucas, never caught a single thing.
Stepping elbow for Fiziev.
Timed it really well. You can see the power that Fiziev possesses.
Got that right loaded. Kick to the body, and that left stumbled RDA for a moment. Final 10 seconds of round one.
And that's why he's the favorite in this matchup.
Second round coming up.
All right, guys, second round. Fights on.
Second round underway. Twitter scorecards in favor of Fiziev. He may have won it with that kind of final exchange in the last 10, 20 seconds of the round.
Yeah, he definitely ate a few shots right at the end of the round. Dos Anjos landed a couple of kicks, failed on a couple of takedown attempts. So I think, yeah, I don't know. Close either way. There's a nice kick.
And it's Fiziev initiating the clinch after he caught the kick of RDA. Now they break.
Old habits die hard. You know, in Thai boxing, you can catch kicks, you go for sweeps and some clinch maneuvers, but...
Stop!
Oy.
Go right there. Go right there.
Eye poke to the right eye of RDA. We'll try to blink it out. We'll try to get another look as he has time to recover. Doesn't appear to be bothering him too bad. Oh, the thumb scrapes across. Yikes.
You good? All right, hey, stay here. Stay here. Hey, accidental. All right, up or fist. All right, understand. RDA good? All right, time in. Fight.
Dos Anjos ready to go after a 30-second halt in the action. Ooh. Now they're throwing with some heat right in the center.
There's a nice left by RDA.
Chases the takedown. I don't know how they'll score that one, but RDA to the back nonetheless.
It's a better position for RDA as opposed to fighting for underhooks against the fence. You can kick the legs out here. They just tried it there. Even jump to the back, switch to a double. Nicely defended by Fiziev though. He's in a good defensive posture here. Got one good underhook.
No takedown awarded there for Dos Anjos as Fiziev finds his way off the fence again. 3 minutes to go, round two.
There's a nice little jab.
Body head follows with a kick. Another quick combination.
Yeah, I like that. Uppercut left hook. Didn't particularly land flush, but he still got through.
Just peppering the shots now as Fiziev finds his range. Ooh, nice jab from Dos Anjos on the return.
There's the timing. There it is. But look at that.
How about that?
Very nice, because it looked like he was about to hit the canvas. Kicked through. Nice.
Top 10 rankings at stake here between these two at 155 pounds. The most recent champion, Charles Oliveira, is in the building to take a look at perhaps the next wave of challengers.
Well, the talent in the lightweight division is ridiculous. I mean, 1 to 10, of course, we know it's absolutely star-studded. But 10 to 20, I mean, it literally is, it's out of control. I mean, we saw a couple of weeks ago Arman Sarukian and Mateusz Gamrot.
Yep.
What a fight that was.
Jalen Turner off a big win inside of a minute last week.
Over Brad Riddell.
He's joined the party.
It's a nice little knee by RDA there.
Oh, nice uppercut to lead that combination for the Brazilian. But the question was for Fiziev, how would he handle the well-rounded game of Rafael Dos Anjos? And so far, he has passed every test when it comes to the grappling.
Yeah, absolutely. Doing very good. That one had a bit of spice on it. Oh, and that one.
Quick three-punch combination.
I mean, you can see when you look at Fiziev, he's very thick compared to RDA. A lot of muscle. You can see he's very, very strong for the weight class.
Final 10 of round 2.
Right there.
10 minutes in the books in our main event. And some blood coming from the right arm of Rafael Dos Anjos. All right, we'll try to get a look at that right arm. It's on the back side of the forearm of Rafael Dos Anjos. I would assume it came from blocking the kick. There it is.
There
and you
it
heard
is.
the corner say, don't block the kicks, get out of range.
It was the shin connecting with the elbow. Just like the way an elbow would cut to the forehead or the eyebrow, bone on bone never mixes well, and the skin always pays the price. So, but still, it's nothing to worry about. It's just a little nick on the elbow. You know, you're curious in between rounds. You're like, oh, my arm's bleeding, but you don't. That has left his mind right now. He's not thinking about the blood on his elbow.
But
Rafael Dos Anjos has had blood pouring from his ear for 6 months in the gym and still showed up and just put a headgear on every day to spar. He had to have about 3 surgeries, I think, just to have it healed.
And now he has Fiziev within the grasp. We heard the corner telling him, don't block the kicks, though. Stay out of range on the kicks. That's got to be a tough habit to break within the fight.
Yeah, and it's also tough to actually achieve, whether or not it's a habit, you know what I mean? Because kicks are long-range attacks, stepping out of range. You know, obviously it's easier to block. And if you do block, oh, he's close here. Kick those legs. If he does block, he's then in range to land his own counters. But hey, Andre Pedernera is an absolutely legendary coach. And there we go. He's finally got him down for the first time. If you can get that left leg around, because he's got one hook in, defense is his enemy there.
Yeah. No takedown credited for Dos Anjos there, as more
very
defense
wise
played by Fiziev. Oh, actually, they did give him a takedown. Excuse me.
Yeah, his backside hit the canvas.
Obviously, he didn't do anything with it, though, which is
He did not do anything
a
with
big
it.
measurable of what the judges are told to look at.
RDA, let's go. Work right there. Prove that
Fiziev
position.
looking up at the screen to plot his next move as he looks to get back to space.
So he's trying to pull the single leg, run the pipe. Nicely done by Fiziev. Nice left. Do you think the game plan was to wrestle a little bit? Smart, though. I mean,
Safe to say.
Yep, yep. I mean, it does show that Fiziev is kind of special, because typically RDA, you know, I mean, look at last time against Moicano, timed them perfectly, and there was almost zero resistance. Of course, Fiziev also fought Moicano. That ended much more dramatically in favor of Fiziev.
Fiziev less than 2 minutes away from new territory if we enter a 4th round. Another exchange in close quarters as now Fiziev with outside position here. Dos Anjos 1 for 10 on takedown attempts, and of course the one that he did get didn't last but a few seconds.
Yeah, technically a takedown, but didn't really give him any advantage in the fight. I like that lead knee. It's very nice.
Oh, nice jab for Dos Anjos. Distance strikes in favor of Fiziev. Largely trading right in the center for the latter stages of round 3. And now we'll start getting some answers on the cardio of Рафаэль Fiziev as we enter rounds 4 and 5 potentially.
Oh yeah, so here we go. Dos Anjos pushing the pace, landing the knees there. Essentially trying to get the takedown, but just kind of failed. Now I've got Fiziev landing some good shots. Both guys had a little success on the feet. Very, very close round.
Being told by our translator that during that third round, Pederneiras still urging Рафаэль Dos Anjos to stay out of range of any kicks. Don't block. Another check from Mark Smith on that gash on the back of the right forearm. UFC veteran Nick Lentz, the lead corner of Рафаэль Fiziev, saying put your punches together a little bit more, but they're certainly pleased with what they've seen through the first 15 minutes. First fourth round of the career of Рафаэль Fiziev.
Well, this is where the experience of RDA could possibly pay off. Now, typically, you know, you might think the guy that has a big 5 rounds might be an issue. I don't think it's going to be an issue at all. When I look at Fiziev, I see a guy that's still in good shape, a guy that doesn't look like he's going to slow down and have any issues with his cardio or conditioning in any way. Takedown defense, 10 of 11, 91%.
Let's go. Work there. Prove that position, RDA.
And this is why you see there Mark Smith stepping in a little bit quicker. You know, at first, they will allow them quite a bit of time against the fence to see if they're going to be capable of achieving the takedown.
Right.
But when the history of the fight shows that every time they get there and they can't get the takedown, the amount of time they will allow on the fence will get less and less. As we saw there, that was pretty quick. Next time, it'll be quick again.
Dos Anjos changed levels just for a moment. Fiziev easily reverses that.
This one's a little different because now it's Fiziev in the driver's seat pushing up against the fence.
Let's go, Fizzy. Work there.
Right in front of the corner of Рафаэль Dos Anjos as he looks for a way out.
Fizzy, let's go work.
There's the break to center.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
there's
flying
a good
knee
shot.
with a left from RDA.
The best shots of the night for RDA. And that's what he needs more of. You know, I mean, Dos Anjos can compete on the feet with this man. We see that. I think, you know, certainly judging the numbers, 86 to 87 in favor of Dos Anjos, but the significant strikes according to the numbers is 65 to 49. Either way, it's very close. You know, if I'm RDA, I'm I wouldn't go to the takedown well quite so often. You know, I try and land the flying knees, I try and land the head kicks, believe in the stand-up.
And the output of Fiziev has gone down considerably.
But the wrestling, it could be a factor for Fiziev. As you just said, the output has dropped.
And
maybe
he's spent more time in this position.
Yeah.
Trying to just control and...
You know, and again, this is where experience pays off. There's a nice little left. Oh, that was close.
Deep
that was
on
great
that
timing.
one. Fiziev able to keep balance again.
Really nice balance, exactly. That was the key. This is a better round for Dos Anjos here. I mean, they've all been very, very close rounds.
Corner of Dos Anjos saying Fiziev is getting tired as Dos Anjos lands a nice punch to the body and follows
and
it
this
up.
Is his best one. And there it
Big
is.
takedown.
I mean, he timed that one well. He got the hands together. Fiziev's working his way up here. Dos Anjos got 1 minute 10 to work and make this pay. See the way he's got the legs kind of triangled.
Well, one of Rafael Fiziev's victories is a win over Bobby Green in a fight of the night at UFC 265 in Houston, and he was feeling it in the third round. To your point, the experience of 5 rounds looms large now, with Dos Anjos enjoying a nice 4th round and 5 more minutes to go.
Yeah, yeah. And as I said before, Fiziev does carry more muscle. That definitely, in a longer fight, takes a toll. He's just trying to get him off that fence, trying to suck him off the fence, trying to turn him to the side. Obviously, Fiziev leaning against the fence, and that's an issue for Dos Anjos. Can't establish a position, you know, to rain down any form of ground and pound. Can't look for any kind of submissions because he's got to get his back on the canvas. Right now, that's impossible with the position he's in. He's got to turn him or drag him away. But easier said than done.
Fiziev
nice elbow.
Finally to his feet and eats one for his trouble. Big 4th from the former champion.
And here we go, Dos Anjos with a beautiful flying knee, caught him off guard, didn't quite connect flush, but followed up with a nice left hand that definitely found the mark. Here he gets his first solid takedown, slams him down, and a nice elbow on the break. And it certainly appears Fiziev is slowing here going into the 5th and final round.
Well, that is the message from Andre Pederneiras to Rafael Dos Anjos. They say empty the tank in these final 5 minutes, and perhaps the fight hangs in the balance here after 4 rounds are in the books.
Oh, there's a good left from RDA. Now Fiziev.
Oh, wow, big left sets him down, and that's it. My, how quickly that happened. 5th round finish for Rafael Fiziev. He's moving on up in the top 10.
I mean, 1 shot's all it takes. Seemed like Dos Anjos was okay, but he looks a little dazed and confused right now.
Major urgency to start round 5 on each side, and it was Fiziev who found the fight-ending shot.
Let's take a look at this right here. So, 5th round, jumps him with a knee, left hook, drops him hard. Let's take a look here. Boom, that gets through.
Oh man, accurate on that right to the ground.
Yeah, it was a heavy shot. And Mark Smith is a fantastic referee. He's up way closer than us. Obviously saw the eyes roll back, the head hit the canvas hard. Boom. Yeah, yeah. Well done, Rafael Fiziev. Very tough fought victory. Pulled it out the bag in round 5.
Corner loves it. The celebration is on in the octagon for Rafael Fiziev, who paid his respects to somebody he watched perform in the UFC for years, but the moment is his. To make it official, here's Joe Martinez.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially 18 seconds, round number 5. We have your winner by way of knockout, Rafael Fiziev.